Hello everyone. Today in Daddy Tools podcast, we are going to discuss an issue I have with the Gerber dime, this one here. I just had a big disappointment. I started using it a while ago when I wanted to become more minimalist. I'm using this pocket when I'm recording. What I have here instead of carrying the SOG PowerPoint, I was starting to carry the dime and a very small knife. It's a very sharp knife. I don't remember the name, but it's a very nice one. So I wanted to make a very minimalist kit. I could have this one here, and this one here on the side, whatever I have here, and also here. I have one USB drive. It takes a while to take things out. And this very small flashlight that is never charged, you push the button here. So this minimalist kit at the end is not so functional. Now it needs to charge because when it presses, it stays on and consumes the battery. So now it's not working. I also have here a data blocker. I keep it with the USB, so if I need to charge something my mobile phone or other things somewhere I can use this. It will just let the electricity go through and not the data. I need to design something to cover this to avoid pushing the button while it's here. It doesn't matter if I leave it in this orientation or this one. But what I want to talk about today is the dime. If you see here, it has a small band that's bent. This should not be like that. And it doesn't open anymore. What happened is that I was using it to open a 10mm nut, and I put a little too much pressure. And it bent this piece. Then I closed it and now it doesn't open again. So I think I need to open it up and try to flatten this piece here again. Let's do it then. First, I need to see if I have the right tools to open it. Probably I have. This is a T7, and probably this is a T10 or T9. The T8 will do the job. I need to lock the other side also. That is too much. I ran out of my T8 and T9 bits. They are destroyed already. Let's see if I can find another in my kit. I'll need to edit this part. There are tools everywhere. So I have this kit that you can buy on eBay. And for heavy use, I have the iFixit kit. Let's see if I have the right bit here. Maybe this one will do the work. So, one bit on this side, another on the other side. Not so simple. Let's try something here. I need to hold them fixed. We can try to hold this one here. And now I'm going to open it. Let's do the same from the other side. There are some kind of springs there. Let's move this out of the way. Let's go over there. It's right in the middle, so it doesn't matter which side I can reach from. Looks like there is a cover there. This part bent very easily. I need to take care with this part. I need to push the screw out. I'll apply some pressure to see if it comes out easily, but it doesn't. There are also springs here from the scissors. Now that I've opened it, it's obvious that it released that part. With that, I can remove this. Maybe I can go from that side. Now I've got it out. Let's try to fix it. It looks like it broke there also. Now I see something that hasn't just bent, but maybe has broken. Let's get this piece out of the way. Now I've got this one out. This piece belongs to this part. Now I can see how to open it there. And this seems to be only one piece. That's part of the spring. Here you can see the part that has been bent. This is where all the force goes. If you look at this piece, this is where the force is applied. So the force you apply over here is concentrated in this part, and you have a kind of weak point, which is where it bent. I put pressure just to grip the nut and rotate it. The first time it worked, but the next time I put more pressure and then I felt it bend. So that's what happened to this part here. What I'm going to do is put it back in position. Now I know this doesn't have enough strength, so I can't use it for heavy tasks. Let's take my old pliers and try to straighten this. That should be enough. The problem is that many times I'm using these Tremontina pliers made in Brazil. You can see they have some marks from experience. And I put the same force into this small tool. I need to learn how to use this small tool properly. It's not like the larger one. Now let's put it back together. I might need to watch a video on how it's assembled. But this is the basic mechanism, so let's try. I believe the scissors were on this side, right? I believe scissors were on the other side. That's why we have this piece here. Most probably I need to watch the video again to see how it goes together. I normally take pictures, but I didn't this time. I remember that the side with dime written on it was on the other side. So that means this piece clicks over here. This looks right. We need to edit this part of the video. Now we've got it. This piece comes over here. I just need to get this spring through here. Maybe like this S. Here we're good to go. This piece will come later on this side. Now, same thing here. I need to align this piece perfectly. It has worked. Now it will close. It closed correctly. Then this part goes over here. Actually, if I remember correctly, one washer was over this piece. If I'm not wrong, this is interesting. Then this one goes there. The scissors have the protection. Yes, this is the proper position. But nothing else there. I have the same here. The knife is directly there, but there is nothing there. So now, with just a little bit of force here, this one is in place. I changed the size of the screws, so this has already been placed. Now let's try to do it with the closed. That piece is here, so that's the tricky part with the spring. Let me get this one here first. Now here, let's assume it goes like this. No, it's correct what it was before. Let's try again. First the washer, then this piece. I think I can already put the screw there. Here I have the washer there. Now let's go through here, trying to figure out the position for the scissors. I think it's like that. The scissors need to be like this. So now I just need to get this spring through here. Let's push down there. Looks like the pliers should be positioned like this. Now it went one step further. Now it's almost there. So it's already in place. Now we can put this other screw in. I won't put too much force here. I can see it's fixed. Now I close it. Now I can open it. It works. What I've learned here is that I can't apply too much force with this tool. This was an extreme case. If you try to really grab something strongly, this was a small nut, it's too much for this tool. I like this size tool. I was trying to grip this nut and just loosen it. I was fixing my son's bicycle. I just wanted to open it the first time it rotated, and then I put a little more force, which is when this part bent. But now I fixed it. You can still see the mark where it bent, but it's functional again. It works. Let's see if all the other tools are there. I still need to tighten it more. I can see there's a gap here. It could be that the washer should be on the other side. I think the washer is on the wrong side. No, everything came out. Let's do one side first, and then the other side. It would be great if the screw was loose instead of having to take everything out again. Maybe it's better to take both out at the same time. Let's take this one out also. The washer stays outside. We'll do the same thing here with the scissors. There's no more than that. So this piece goes here, like this, and we put the screw back. Then on the other side, put the washer here. Let's check if it opens. There we go again. The pliers go like that. Everyone went through, and then the screw. It's inside there. Now it won't come out. We need to close the screw a little more. So now I have some marks of experience there. The washer is on this side now. Let's see when I watch the video again if it's correct or not. It works. The functionality is correct again. I thought the screws had some thread locker. If I keep using this tool, it's nice and minimalist. But now I know its limits. There was one day at a dinner when a chair's armrest had a loose screw. I just took this tool out and tightened the screws on the chair. Really nice to have it. It's nice when you have this tool. I use cargo pants and can just put it in the side pocket, or even in jeans. It's bulky, but I've been using it. It was a good reduction, but I would say in terms of usage, there's nothing yet that beats the SOG. When you talk about the SOG Power Pint, it's very small, and I've already used it with a lot of pressure and for cutting cables. This one is very, very strong. When you compare it to the Gerber, the energy I can put into the SOG, I use this one a lot. I was just trying to get something more compact. It doesn't make a big difference in bulk. I'm kind of disappointed, but okay. I just know now that you can't use the dime for heavy-duty tasks. I also have the Victorinox. I think this is an older model. This is actually my second one. My first one, I like to use when I travel. I always carry this one, it has everything. There was a time I was traveling to Israel, and I always took this in my bag. I checked it in, no problem. But when I arrived there, they opened my bag and took it out. So I learned that Israel is not a place where you can travel with a knife or multi-tool. They took it out, and it was funny because they took the tool but left the pouch it was in. So this is my experience with the Gerber dime. It's not a bad tool. I'm not saying it's bad, I'm saying it's good, but I fixed it. I won't use it as a heavy-duty plier. It's more for if you want to pick up something hot when camping, but not for heavy tasks like cutting even small wires. It's not a tool for heavy duty. Thank you.